It's a tricky one, isn't it? And I think the conversation today has been really interesting to redefine open plan. And I think that's what we find most interesting about it. As I sort of mentioned earlier, we span cross-industry, development, design, delivery, interiors, architecture. And I think there's lots of different things people want from space. And I think the workforce has changed and is changing. And the needs of that are just constantly changing. So there isn't really a line in the sand anymore. So what might be private space at 5 o'clock might be completely different at 11. So I think for me, the big takeaway is the ability for something to be truly flexible. If that kind of makes sense. It's not just flexibility with moving things either. I think really at the root of it is agility of use. So the fact that you could have a private space, you could have a little meeting room at one point, but you do need to put 20 people in there at one point, you can get that. And I think if we can, as designers especially, if we can listen to clients earlier and understand actually what some of those spaces might look like or what they might be, it's our job to then make what they look like, I guess. I have my own vested personal views about technology, and I think one of my favourite points is how everyone loves to declare a crisis. Every time a sort of new technology comes on, like it's going to completely change the way we work. And I think at the root of it, there is a human nature, especially to office design, that in this kind of digitally pervasive world, the physical office has never been more important. The fact that people are still buying expensive real estate in the city, people want to be here, and a lot of that comes down to talent retention, that those people who are actually on their phones 24 hours a day actually want a really cool physical space to work. And cool doesn't just mean aesthetically cool. The fact that you can use it to meet with colleagues, but it's almost combining the best of both worlds, that seamless kind of use of technology you can have with a physical space. And I suppose there's the sweet spot, if you like, for the kind of contemporary open office. I always love these events where you can blend sort of academia with theory, with some degree of sort of physical practice as well, and the ability to, I suppose, pick up on different aspects which you might be a little bit blinkered by. I guess I just made the point about actually metrics to sort of architects and designers become so important. How many people can you fit in a space? But actually sometimes you get a little bit blinkered by that, and actually taking a step back and saying, okay, let's shave 10 people out of this space to create something really, really impressive, actually has a human and emotional root that theory backs up. So it's trying to educate clients as well on that, and I think days like today are really useful for educating us as well.